So here we are in July, it's hot, you look around and you see a brown spot in your lawn and you think, oh no, I probably need to up my watering. So you do that, you look another day or two later and the spot's even bigger. Well, chances are it's not a watering problem. You probably have a disease problem. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to stop disease in its tracks. So let's get out of the weeds. Earlier this year, I released a complete cool season guide that's going to go tell you everything you need to know to have a beautiful lawn and walk you through every single step of our season along with a step-by-step plan that I use for my lawn. It's available now as a digital download for just $10. So back around Memorial Day, I did a video talking about a disease and what typically my two-step strategy was. Well, step one was to put down Scott's disease X. So I put this down at that time kind of as a preventative because I talked about how our two biggest times where we're dealing with disease is kind of leading into the summer and then kind of coming off of summer as we kind of get into just the seasonal changes. Well, we're kind of in the heat of the summer where it's hot, it's humid, and everything is just ripe for disease. And so I'm starting to see a lot of that here in my yard and around the neighborhood. And so it's time to start kicking in step two of that process here. But don't worry, if you missed that video and didn't put down anything for disease earlier in the year around Memorial Day, you're still in luck because the stuff I'm going to talk about today is going to get the disease out of your lawn. So the first step in treating your lawn disease is first recognizing that you actually have lawn disease to begin with. The easiest way to know if it's lawn disease versus, hey, your lawn just isn't getting watered enough is to go down close to the spots that are brown and look at the leaf blades. If you're starting to see lesions in that on your leaf blades, this is a key indicator you are dealing with lawn disease. Another just easy way to see that you have lawn disease is to look for some mycelium. This is going to be kind of like the white spider webby looking things. You're going to think a lot of times think that it's a spider webs. But if it's kind of just circled around this brown spot in your lawn, key indicator that you're dealing with fungus in your lawn. Some of the most common ones right now that you're going to see is going to be brown patch, dollar spot, fairy rings, red thread. There's so many different ones. Rust is another one. Now, all these different diseases are going to impact different grass types. So depending on what cool season grass you have, it may be more susceptible to one versus the other. For most of us, we have a mixture of the cool season grasses. Very little of us have just, hey, my yard's 100% Kentucky bluegrass or 100% ryegrass. I would bet most of you watching this are going to have a mixture of a little bit of all of them just because so many of the cool season grasses play nice together. So your lawn's probably going to be susceptible to a lot of the different diseases out there. And so here we are, I just grabbed a couple of grass blades out of my yard, and there you can see that? That's a key indicator of disease there. Let's look at this next one here. Right there, you see all that yellowing and the brown? Right there, like key indicators that, hey, this grass is dealing with disease. So some of you may be wondering, why not just go and get more disease X and put that down on the lawn again? Well, that's a perfect thing that you need to understand with lawn disease is that you always want to kind of mix up your strategy. Every single fungicide you put down is going to have a specific group number. Now, what these group numbers tell you is essentially how this product fights the disease. Well, the thing is what will happen is as if you keep putting down a product that is the same group number and you just go to that product over and over and over again, the disease builds up a resistance to it to where it's no longer going to actually be effective at mitigating the disease. So what you always have to do when it comes to fungicides is change up your group numbers or change up your product so that way you're not always attacking the disease essentially in the same way. That's why I like to do Scott's Disease X earlier in the year, and then as we get later into the summer, I like to switch it up and either do Eagle or Propiconazole. Now, the thing to note with both of these is both of these products are the same group number. So they're treating the disease in a very similar way. So you do not necessarily need both of these products, but these products are slightly different. Propiconazole is going to be better when it's not quite as hot because if you put propiconazole down when it's pretty high temperatures, you run the risk of kind of burning the tips of your grass. But propiconazole tends to work a little bit faster than what Eagle does. Eagle is going to be the safer one to put down when your temperatures are really, really high. But either way, best practices, you should wait till later on in the evening. Either do it earlier in the morning or later in the evening, but never spray kind of in the heat of the day. Both of these products are a liquid product that you're going to mix in water, and I recommend either using a gallon hand sprayer if you're just going to be spot treating, you only have a little bit of disease. But if you kind of have a massive outbreak like I do here at my lawn right now, then I'm going to want to do a blanket application. So I'm going to want something bigger than kind of a gallon, because typically whenever we're spraying liquids on our lawn, it's going to be like 1 gallon equals 1,000 square feet of lawn. So if you have even a somewhat smaller lawn of 5,000 square feet, I don't want to have to fill the thing up 5 times. I'd rather just have a 5-gallon one, fill it up once, and I'll be good to go. So this is an example of like what you'll see when you're reading the label for propiconazole here, where it'll show you ounces per 1,000 square feet. So in this case, like if you look, if disease is present in that, then you want to go to the higher rate and do 2 ounces per 1,000 square feet. Or if you're trying to do more of a preventative, you could go down to the 1. And it'll even show you how often you can go and reapply it and when to do it. One final thing to note about any fungicide you put down on your lawn is that these aren't green spray paint. Your lawn is not going to magically just turn beautifully green in the next day or two. What's going to happen when you put down these fungicides is within the first 24, 48 hours, they're going to go and work to stop the disease. But your lawn damage and the brown spots that you see are still going to be there. Is a lot of this, you're going to have to wait for your grass to grow out, and then you're going to mow the bad stuff out of there, and then the stuff below, it's all going to be nice and green. So it's going to take a little bit because our lawns are growing slowly anyway. So just recognize that, hey, this isn't kind of like putting down an instant lawn application that like you're going to walk out tomorrow and your lawn just looks beautiful. What you're trying to do now is when you have disease present is you're trying to minimize the damage and help your sick lawn recover. So for my application today, I'm going to be using Eagle just because it's been pretty hot. And so Eagle is going to be a little bit safer to put down on your days and in your times where it's going to be really, really hot. So this is going to go down at 2.4 ounces per 1,000 square feet. So what I do here is I have my 5-gallon tank sprayer. And so what I'm going to do is take that 2.4, multiply it by 5 for 5 gallons. And that's going to give me how much of this product I need to put in this tank here, filled up with water, and then I can cover my entire lawn. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys can fight the disease out there and keep your lawns looking beautiful. I'll see you next time when we get out of the weeds into a beautiful lawn.